The app that is supposed to help you save money sends you a bill for it every single year. I'm Corey, founder of Neuron HQ. We read nearly 1,800 App Store reviews of the best-known budget apps, and the heaviest complaint of all was not a bug. It was the bill itself. So, should a budget app be one of your bills? The app that is supposed to help you save money sends you a bill for it every single year, forever. We read 1,798 App Store reviews of the 4 best-known budget apps, and the heaviest complaint in all of them was not a bug and not a missing feature. It was the bill itself. So here is the question this video answers. Should a budget app be one of your bills? The short answer is no, and the people saying it loudest are the app's own users. In our analysis, about a quarter of all negative reviews protest the recurring price, and other users press the helpful button on those complaints more than 6,000 times, more weight than any other complaint theme in the entire dataset. Let me show you what is underneath that number. Chapter 1. What the reviews actually say about paying to budget. Price complaints are the heaviest theme by reader votes in our whole sample. 6,035 helpful votes sit on reviews protesting the recurring bill, and for the best-known budgeting app, essentially half of its negative reviews are about what it charges, not the features, not the bugs, the bill. And the reviews keep circling one particular irony. One highly voted review says that nobody who is struggling with money should have to pay this much for a budgeting application. Another puts it even shorter. Funny how this app helps you save money by charging you to do it. The people who most need a budget resent paying rent on one. Hold on to that phrase, paying rent on a budget, because it describes the model exactly. You never finish paying. The day you stop, the tool goes away and your history with it. That is what a subscription is, and for most software, it is a fair trade. The question is whether it is fair for a budget. Chapter 2, the monthly plan trap. Every one of these apps sells 2 roads to the same product. Commit for a year up front or pay month to month and keep your exit open. The pricing pages price those 2 roads very differently, and the direction is always the same. The road built for people who are not sure the habit will stick is the expensive one. We verified the exact numbers on every vendor's own page, and they live on the blog post linked below. Think about who picks the monthly plan. It is the person who is not sure budgeting will stick, the person testing whether they can afford it. The most price-sensitive, most uncertain customer chooses the most expensive road, and the pricing is built so that their uncertainty is the profit margin. That is not a bug in the model. It is the model. Chapter 3. The 5-year view, because budgeting is not a 1-year project. A subscription is quoted per month or per year, but nobody budgets for 1 year. Budgeting is a habit you keep for life. So the honest way to read any recurring price is to multiply it across the years you plan to keep the habit and watch what happens to a number that looked small. We ran that multiplication for every app in this video at the prices verified on their own pages, and the results are on the blog post linked below. And that multiplication assumes the price holds still, which the reviews say it does not. The most anxious reviews in our sample are about increases. Users describe the price roughly doubling over the years, and an old price promise being dropped. One of the most voted reviews asks the question that hangs over every subscription: even if I can justify this now, what happens when they raise it again a few years from now? Notice what that reviewer is really saying. It is not just about money, it is about power. A subscription means someone else decides every year what your budget habit costs, and your choices are pay it or rebuild your financial life somewhere else. The switching pain is the leverage. Chapter 4, the part that genuinely surprised us. Paying does not always end the selling. About 5% of the negative reviews, carrying over 1,300 helpful votes, describe ads, cross-sells, and premium prompts inside apps people already pay for. One paying user describes getting an actual pop-up ad to buy the company's new book inside the budgeting app. Another says the company is right there promoting whatever new product will make them more money. A money app is the worst possible place for that because the entire product is trust. You open the app to feel in control of your money, and the app used that moment to sell you something. The reviews read less like feature complaints and more like a small betrayal every time. Why does it happen? Follow the incentive. Once a company is valued on recurring revenue, every screen becomes a growth surface. The subscription does not just decide the price, It decides what the product wants from you forever, and what it wants is more. Chapter 5. To be fair to these apps, let's ask what the bill actually pays for. The honest answer is infrastructure. Live bank feed connections licensed from third parties, servers holding your data, support staff, a product team shipping changes. None of that is free to run, and if you use all of it, the bill has a real story. But the reviews add a brutal footnote. The most expensive ingredient, the live bank feed, is also the single most frequent complaint. Roughly 26% of negative reviews describe sync breaking, duplicating, or silently missing the transactions people were specifically paying to import. There is a second cost of the renewal treadmill, and it is not measured in money. The app has to keep changing to justify next year's bill. About 9% of negative reviews with nearly 1,800 helpful votes describe a redesign, breaking a workflow someone had relied on for years. The churn is not for you, it is for the renewal. So the bill pays for real things. It just pays for things budgeting does not need, because the actual job underneath is arithmetic on about 15 numbers, and arithmetic does not have server costs. Chapter 6. So what does budgeting actually cost? Nothing, if you want it to. A working budget is your real take-home per paycheck, your bills listed by name, 5 to 8 plain English spending buckets, 1 savings number, and a cushion that rolls forward. 2 columns, expected and actual, reviewed for 10 minutes a week. Paper runs it, a notes app runs it, we covered the full method in our last video, and the free starter linked below walks it step by step. And to be honest about the free tiers, the big apps' free versions are real, and if manual entry inside their limits works for you, that is a fine road. What a free tier costs you is pressure. The upsell prompts we just covered, and feature walls placed exactly where the habit gets comfortable. A free tier is an on-ramp. Just know you are standing on one. Chapter 7, the other model and why we bet on it. There is an older, calmer way to sell software. You pay once, a small amount, and it is yours to use. No renewal, so no one can raise a price on a habit you already built. Nothing left to sell you, so there is no premium tier to push and no ad space inside your money. The incentive points one direction: make the thing good enough that you tell someone. That is how we built Cushion, the calm little budget app this research led to. It runs the 15 number method and nothing more. Entry takes about 10 seconds, your numbers live on your device. There are no bank logins, no ads, and no subscription anywhere in it. It is free to try with every number editable, and one small one-time unlock covers the rest. No renewal, ever. And the honesty section, because we hold ourselves to the same bar we held the reviews to. Cushion is brand new. It has no testimonials, and we will not invent any. The review data in this video is about the incumbent's users, not ours. If a free tier or a notebook serves you better, take that road with our blessing. The method never needed us. 2 questions people ask about all this, answered straight. First, do subscriptions keep apps alive, and is one-time pricing sustainable? Subscriptions absolutely fund real infrastructure, and for tools with heavy server costs, they make sense. A local-first budget app carries almost none of those costs, which is exactly why it does not need your rent. Second, I already pay for a budget app and it works for me. Should I switch? Honestly, if the method has stuck and the bill does not sting, keep it. A working habit is worth more than any pricing model. This video is for the people the reviews describe, the ones quitting a good habit because the tool made it expensive, fragile, or pushy. So, should a budget app be one of your bills? 15 numbers, 2 columns, and 10 calm minutes a week, say no. The whole setup is a free starter you can finish tonight on paper or in any notes app. 7 steps, about 10 minutes, free at neuron-hq.com/calm-budget. The same page links Cushion, the calm little budget app this method comes from. Brand new, free to try, pay once if it earns its keep. Your budget should make the bill smart. You do not need to pay rent on a budget. The free starter walks the whole setup in about 10 minutes on paper or in any notes app, and it links Cushion, the calm little app we built to run it. It's free at neuron-hq.com/calm-budget. Thanks for watching.